got this shit knocking low.
What's up, everybody? I know I haven't posted a video in a minute, and that's because I have not really had a lot to do to the car. Honestly, like I said, stuff's kind of expensive. I'm working with a budget. I can't just, blow money all over the car all the time. Sun actually came out today, and some places, other places, it's really gray and ugly, and it sucks. And the ground is completely wet because it just got done pouring on us yesterday. Anyway, beside the point, I haven't done a whole bunch of stuff to the car because, like I said, I just haven't had a bunch of stuff to do to it. I have some stuff upcoming very shortly. Tires, springs, sway bar, headlights, grill delete, things like that. All coming up very shortly. I've been driving the car pretty much daily, though, since I got it running and everything like that. And it's been great so far. I haven't had any problems with it. My check engine light is on, but I know why. My rear O2 sensors, somehow or another, on the H-pipe, somehow or another they lost, the wires came disconnected from the O2 sensors themselves. Today I do have one modification due to the car. As a lot of you people might know, with 4.6s, I think mainly is the issue is the 4.6. I'm not sure if the 5 liters have the same problem or not. But you get that long decel time when you rev up. That takes forever. Back down. I don't know about you, but that bugs the shit out of me. I am not a fan of that noise. I like it to be. I like it when my camera doesn't fall off my dashboard. That's what I like. Forgive my awesome focus. Anyway, forgive my awesome camera right now. It's literally a small phone tripod sitting behind the pop-up stereo on my dashboard, so it's nothing fancy. Anyhow, I like it when you rev up a car and they, rev up decel real quick, so on and so forth. Well, apparently you can buy these restrictor plates. They're like, I think it was like $5.99 or $4.99 on eBay, and apparently it's supposed to take care of that. So since it's kind of dark, I can't do this at my house, but if you'll notice when I rev the car up, how it floats down so slow. That's what I'm trying to get rid of. So this restrictor plate is supposed to cause it to drop down RPM even faster. So let's go back to the house. I'm going to go ahead and pull that off, put the new one on, and if I have time tonight, I'll drive back over here in this empty gravel parking lot and I'll rev it up again and see if it changed anything. I don't want to do it too much in my neighborhood, like I said, because it's dark and it's getting late, and my neighbors, I don't want them to hate me. So what I'm going to be installing today is the intake air control restrictor plate. And pretty much what it allows the engine to do is just, come back down quickly so you don't get that floating idle after you rev up and stuff like that. So where it goes is I'll be pulling off my idle air control valve, which is this guy right here, and these two 8mm bolts. And when I pull them off, you basically, all you gotta do is just slip this guy down in between them and go from there. What I'm gonna do, just to ensure that it's correct, is I'm gonna clean out the ports in here, make sure there's no carbon buildup inside of it. So that's the plan right now. So let's get to it. I had a cell phone tripod, since I don't have a GoPro yet, and I, for the life of me, can't find it anywhere. So it's kind of sucks. I'm trying to look around at all my mess and everything and find it, and I don't know where the hell it's at. So I guess I'm just going to have to find some other way to prop up my phone so you guys can actually see what the hell I'm doing. Lame. Remove the negative terminal, always. So the only thing I'm looking at right now is which hole does this cover. This isn't an actual hole. It looks like that's just blocked off, so I'm guessing that's not where it goes. Yeah, the camera won't focus. Anyway, that hole looks like it's just blocked off. Let me get a flashlight in there just to make sure, because on this side, it's blocked off. So, only other thing I can think of is that this is just an adjustment, like so you have either size you can use. Because it doesn't say any instructions anywhere about what side goes with. So, let's make sure that, yep, that's completely blocked off. So, I don't know if you can see in there or not. Yeah, there's nothing there. So I guess what I'll do is I'll just put the bigger hole there first, and we'll try out and see how that works. Okay, so I did a little more research just to make sure. So this hole's the one I need to put over the open hole. Is this guy right here? It's 11:30 seconds. This one's 9:30 seconds. Best results are 11:30 seconds. So that's the one I'm going to go with because, like I said, best results are best results. So anyways, what I'm going to do right now is we're going to take this and clean it. It doesn't really look dirty, but the intake manifold came off of the old engine that was in the car, and that was the stock engine for the vehicle, and that thing had 150,000 miles on it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and clean it out. And I was told the way to clean it out is just as simple as take some carb cleaner, which I have a little bit of right here, obviously not a lot, but we'll just see if it's you know, got any carbon buildup in it. Yeah, not really. Nothing's really coming out of that. Well, I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but my phone cut out. Anyway, all you had to do is reinstall those two 8mm bolts, and then reinstall the hose that goes over to the intake, and then your hose that actually comes off of your IAC and goes over to your intake. Very simple, and plug it back in. Now, I don't know why the video cut off, but it did. What I will say is I know I'm doing a big no-no. I'm not taking my sockets off and putting them back where they go. Anyway, apparently it can take up to 100 miles before the intake actually, or excuse me, until the computer notices it fully and resets it until you get your full effect. So it's going to take about 100 miles of drive time before the computer fully adjusts to that plate. What I am going to go ahead and do is throw the cable back on and at least start the car. If you look out the windows there, it's completely dark. It's like 10 o'clock, 10:30 at night right now, so I can't really rev it up. I don't want to piss my neighbors off, like I said. And we'll go ahead and see if it's a little bit better than it was before. Alrighty, like I said, we're going to fire it up at least and just see if it makes any difference. Obviously cold start. Apparently my check engine light decided it was going to go off. Randomly does that every now and then. Oh, well, I did pull the negative battery terminal, so I guess I could probably reset it. Yes, it's not really decelerating much quicker, but once it gets down to like 1500, right when it gets like a little below 2000 to 1500, that area, it seems like it drops down like a lot faster from there. So it is making a little bit of a difference again, but nothing crazy yet. So we'll see. So I'm just now pulling out of my neighborhood with the car. Nice day today, finally. Oh my goodness, past week has just been garbage weather. I'm not noticing any difference with the whole idle air control valve thing, but like I said, it's supposed to take up to 100 miles of driving before the computer fully adjusts to it. So I guess I don't really expect to see much of a difference there. Right now I got some errands to run in town, so I guess I'll run around. I'll see what it does. If it changes or gets any better, then we'll know. So, but that's not the end of the video. I got one other thing I'd like to do to the car today. It's a beautiful day. It's my day off. I want to see what I can do about a slight issue that the car has. Nothing crazy. It's cosmetic. So, all right. So where we're at now, this car's nice and warmed up, but does drop a little faster, but not way faster. So I guess it doesn't really make a big difference. And again, the computer's not fully, you know, adjusted to it. So I guess we are where we are. It seems like when I come up to an idle and I stop, like right now, it drops down faster. But full on, like, you know, no, it doesn't quite do that. But maybe it'll get better, like I said, as I drive the car. I went ahead and I drove the car around a little bit after going to the store just to see if I could get it a little bit better. But it seems like it's a little better. It definitely pops more, though, between shifts. I will say that. There's a lot more backfire pops and stuff going on, which is kind of cool. You know, I'm sure you can hear it on the camera. It sounds pretty good. All right, so what we're going to be doing today is this taillight, if you can tell, is very, very oxidized. And honestly, when the trunk's closed, I think it looks like shit. Because the taillights are still in really good shape. Third brake light looks like crap. So, I'm going to pull that thing out. Where did I put my keys? They're there. So, bam. It looks like it's really easy to pull off. There's two 10mm bolts. There's two 10mm bolts right there and right there. And then, of course, I got to pull the bulbs out. So, as I was saying, you can see it's very weathered. And I would like to fix that so it's nice and shiny again. I was thinking about tinting it, but I think without the taillights being tinted or smoked, it would look pretty weird. So what I'm thinking about doing is throwing a very light wet sand on it, and with I have several different sandpapers. I think I have some 2500 grit. I'll probably hit it with that since it's plastic. And then I was thinking clear coat. And if I clear coat over that after hitting it with the sandpaper, it should come out pretty good. Okay, so I got my glove on, and I cut my finger. That's the only reason I'm doing that. B, I like to wear gloves. To see if I can get some of this oxidization off. Flip it around. Looks much better. But the real key is going to look like, you know, it's going to look like when it dries. But as you saw, when it got wet, it took care of that oxidization look. So my plan is go ahead and let this dry, and then I'll shoot it with some clear coat, and we'll see how it looks after that. So this is what it looks like now. Once this thing dries off, I'm going to hit it with some clear coat, and we'll go from there. Alright, so where I'm at is I'm going to go ahead and shake out my clear coat, get it ready, and I'm going to spray this thing over, and we'll see how it turns out. Alright, so let's go ahead and get some of the clear put on there and see already. Just this first coat, you can see it's taking care of that little bit of oxidization that was left over. So I'm going to let this dry, and I'll show you guys the finished product. Now, if you guys can see it, which I'm sure you can tell, it looks 100 times better. It's not all faded and crappy looking with a bunch of white foggy lines and oxidization all over it. And personally, to me, I think that helps clean up the car a lot. All the stuff that I'm doing next week has to do with this area. So hopefully you guys will tune in for that video as well. But anyways, yeah, so I thank you for watching the vlog today. I know it's been a while since I've been posting. Like I said, I haven't had a lot to do to the car. There will be more coming up, including next month. I'll be doing another vlog as well towards the end of the month, and it's going to be a big Mustang show. So tune in for that, because, I mean, I'd rather look at a lot of other Mustangs than look at mine. So we'll get some cooler ones on here. Maybe we'll catch some good stuff. I don't think anybody's going to go crazy, new burnouts and shit like that. It's not Mustang week. So anyways, though, I thank you guys for coming to watch the vlog. Tune in this next weekend, because I will be doing a lot more to the car.